You know what, Rue? You were really gambling, sister. You were gambling and gambling and gambling, and the gamble paid off, but only because I love you the way I do. Because you almost cracked out, girlfriend. You almost cracked out. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. Come on up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Season 1 Secret Celebrity RuPaul Drag Race, Episode 2. And Rue, really, baby, she almost rolled craps on this one because last week I stuck in there with the show because it was funny. The show was funny, but I ain't know who the hell them folks were. And that's doing the review was fun for me because I laughed at the whole experience, at the fact that it was a secret celebrity shebang and I ain't knew none of they behinds. So that was funny. And that's the only thing that got me through the process and of doing the review and all that. I was laughing at the whole process because secret celebrity, I don't know. The secret was that I don't know them, honey. But this episode should have actually been the first episode because this episode was so damn good. So damn good. Let me tell you who first of all, let's talk about who the queens were. Baby, Miss Alyssa Edwards. Alyssa Edwards, okay. Asia O'Hare and Trinity the Tuck. Come on through. Okay, I'm in. Then the celebrities, Loni Love from The Real, Tammy Roman from Basketball Wives, and Vanessa Williams from everything. God damn it. Listen, this should have been the premiere episode. This should have been the premiere episode, darling. What are you doing? But you gambled, sister. I was here for it because I loved me some Rue. So, I'm going to always give Rue the benefit of the doubt. And I was here for you, girl. But, girl, you almost messed up, sis. But, listen. I was here for this. This was good. It was so good. It really, really was. It was so good. Anyway, they start right off, and the program is still the same as the format was the same as it was last week, basically. We did quick drag. They got into truck stop drag. It was a macho man drag. So they had to go down. Well, all three of them are actresses as well. So you know what? I'm going to take that back. Loni didn't commit as much right from. The only person that actually had any pushback was Loni. And most people would have thought that any of the pushback would have came from Tammy. Because Tammy is the reality star girl. Is what people know her for. Tammy is an actual actress. Tammy's an actress. Tammy has been proving herself. Listen, I ain't even going to front. I have been one of those people who have given Tammy Roman the blues about the way she acts sometime on Basketball Wives, and I ain't taking it back. It is what it is. When I do reviews on Basketball Wives or any show, when I don't agree with what I see, I always speak my truth. From what I'm watching. It doesn't mean that I don't like the person. Because I let y'all know when I don't like somebody, I will let y'all know. I've dug and pulled at Tammy and her husband. I sure have. And though there's times when I love Tammy and her husband, I love them two together. Love them together. So we be having that thing going on. So I give Tammy a hard time. Tammy is an actress. I don't even look at Tammy anymore as just, because her persona on the show what was built, and I didn't come into Basketball Wives in the very beginning. I came in somewhere down the line. She was being built to where they made her look like she was this bully and everything like that. Tammy is so much more than that. She's a businesswoman. She's an actress, flat out. Now, that's like the big thing. She's an actress. She does music. I remember all that, you know, from way. See, people don't know. Tammy go way back. Tammy go way back to the Diddy making the band days. Tammy go back that far. Tammy does. She's a threat. She's a triple threat. She do all that. She do all that. She pretty much do whatever it is she need to do to get the bag. So I have a different respect for Tammy. But when she get down there on that Basketball Wives and she be carrying on, I'll still tug and pull at her a bit. Ain't no thing. She even got her own little thing. She got her Bonnet Chronicles where she tugs and pulls at folks. She'll tug and pull at some of us. If I come across her path, she'll tug and pull at my ass. Okay? But hey, come on. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, they're actresses. So, I said they were going to commit to it. Lonnie was the one that was like, oh, child, my tracks ain't no. She was acting like a bitch from the real, is what she was doing. I don't even know no nicer way to say it. She's acting like a bitch from the real. But it didn't last very long. You know, she had two little times where she pulled that little shit, and it was like, girl, this ain't the show for all that. But Legend, Vanessa, and Tammy jumped dead down into their whole method acting thing and got right into it. They unglammed for the camera quick. See, y'all know I'm a whole drag queen out this mug. And I am not comfortable with the whole unglamming for the camera. Man, Tammy jumped down there and pulled her wig off down to her stocking cap and was like, let's get it. Vanessa Williams with the pulling clip-ins out of her head. I said, oh, y'all not playing. We get ready to do this. And baby, they got down and they got into their little man drag stuff. I said, come through, actresses. Come through, actresses. And once they got dressed, and they all look good. They look good. They was giving you truck stop mayhem, honey. And they had to sell a product which was called Schwing. And it was electoral dysfunction product. It was a whole satire on basic, like a, little ding-a-ling pill and people not voting. It was a mishmash of that, and they played it up, and it was like a lot of punchlines and puns, and it was really, really cute. And it was fun, but it really was on them to use their acting chops to bring it through, because those jokes could have very easily fallen, But all three of them did really well. And Lonnie's performance, her ad-lib, well, it wasn't ad-libbing, but her delivery was really, really good. So it was like, all right, cool. All right. I was just astonished at how quickly the other two jumped right into, I don't care what I look like on this camera. Let's go. Let's do this. That took me. I was like, I gave high scores from the door for that. And Lonnie was still holding on to, oh no, wait a minute. I can't be seen like that. So anyway, but Lonnie ended up winning. So after that, they paired everybody up. So we found out the Maxi Challenge was going to be an unauthorized rusical, which was going to be twerking 5 to 9. Now, y'all know I love 9 to 5. That's like one of my faves. That movie is hilarious. But Lonnie Love was going to play Lily. Tammy played Jane. And Vanessa played Dolly. Okay? So they paired them up. Trinity was going to be with... Lonnie actually got the pick since she won. She got to pick who goes where. And she chose Trinity for herself. She chose Alyssa for Tammy. And then they flashed Tammy's confessional, Tammy was like, oh, she's helping me because I came in the door and I knew I wanted Alyssa. And listen, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Vanessa was cast as Dolly, and Asia ended up getting Vanessa. I'm going to talk about that in a minute too. So the Charities was Trinity's charity, not Trinity, Lonnie's charity was Dress for Success, which is a group that actually helps women to get prepared to go and enter the workforce. Tammy's was St. Jude's, and she talked about the fact that her mother actually succumbed to cancer. We ain't even ready to go into me and my cancer battle. You already know I was dead on with you, Tammy. Come on. Vanessa's was the Trevor Project. So, you know, that actually has to do with youth and suicide and that whole thing and bullying and all of that. So I was like, okay, all of these are some really good charities. I was like, okay, cool. So Tammy says she wanted Alyssa anyway. So Lonnie had helped her. I couldn't have, I wanted Alyssa for Tammy because Alyssa has the personality that could with Tammy. And I knew that from the door. I knew from the door. I wasn't too much worried about anybody else. I knew that Tammy Roman was going to get her best results out of this competition being with Alyssa. Because Alyssa is that girl. Okay? Alyssa. Alyssa Edwards. Listen. If you don't know about Alyssa Edwards, go pull up some YouTube videos. Alyssa is hilarious. Hilarious. And she just has that kind of attitude. And she's a fighter. She's a fighter and she aims to win. Y'all know she owns a dance company and she's about winning. Period. And how clean. Well, you know, me and Miss Asia, sometimes I get her aesthetic, sometimes I don't. Trinity and Alyssa are two of the cleanest bitches that ever came through the show. So we're just going to say that. The designers that work for Alyssa, and I've seen them in her show, they gets down. Alyssa plays in all the things I love, honey. Stones and feathers and beads and baubles. Miss Alyssa don't play. She was so goddamn clean through this. And Trinity, moving on. I said, is that oversized fucking herringbone, bitch? What are you doing, bitch? Anyway, let's move on. I couldn't even get it. I was like, is it houndstooth? Is it herringbone? What are you doing? Is that leather, bitch? What? Did you see that shoe? What? Whatever, Trinity. Quit playing in our face. Anyway, moving on. So, I was happy with the pair up. Now, I feel that Vanessa Williams gave Asia more to walk away with. Because Vanessa been there, done that. Okay? Vanessa been there, done that, and she has a teaching spirit of her own. Lonnie is the one that actually needed the most coddling, because Lonnie got issues. Lonnie has issues that of, you know, body image, colorism, and just low self-esteem that needed to be addressed. So she just needed to be there, period. In the presence of, she needed Rue, and I think the time spent with Vanessa helped as well. But Vanessa came with a teaching spirit, because she had a whole daughter. You all know Lions Babe, which is her daughter Jillian, and one other person. It's a duo. It's her and a DJ. But Jillian is Lion's babe, honey. So she done created a whole nother artist that is bad to the bone as well. So yeah, she came in with this whole mothering, teaching spirit because that's just what she gives. And we all know the story of Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams is that girl. Anyway, moving on. So I was happy with everybody's pairing up. Okay, so we had all of that go on. Then they gave themselves their drag names. Funny as shit. Tammy, her name is Miss She Need a Cocktail, honey. You get it? Miss Shanita Cocktail. I said, now I don't usually like them little goofy names like that, but when she did the whole Miss, she needs a cocktail, it was funny. It was good. I liked it. Lonnie named herself Mary J. Ross. That's going to be a no for me, but okay. I get it. You know, she says she comes from the same projects that Diana Ross came from, and Mary J. Blige. Okay, it's a no for me, but cool, no problem. And Vanessa, you know, that's just a drag queen, child. She said Vanquisha the house, honey. And that's what she said. She came to vanquish the house down boots. And that was it. So I was like, okay, girl, that's real drag race-esque. It's cool. But I was here for She Need a Cocktail. Okay, so I laughed at that. That was good. Rue came through, did a little walkthrough with them. And then they had a video message from Dolly Parton. If you don't quit playing. If you don't... This should have been the first episode of this show. Not stumble out of bed and... Dolly. That Dolly. Pop up on the screen. I said, girl, quit playing. So, y'all know I love Dolly Parton, too. Child Jolene, that's my jam. Anyway, there I go. See, I'm traveling. Anyway, Dolly Parton pops up on the screen. Tammy was thrown up. Tammy laid on the table. I said, I know that's right, Tammy. Dolly Parton is the shit. Y'all need to know. You talk about songwriter? Quit playing. She'll put some stuff on paper and it'll knock your doggone hair back. Anyway, then they had choreography with that Jamal Sims with his fine self. I said, oh, come on, Jamal, honey, let's do it. 1 step, 2 step, let's go, honey. I said, okay. It was on and popping. They were really having the time of their life. I was like, I'm here for this. So, anyway. They do the musical. They go through all of it. Flat out, Vanessa did the best. You know, and that's no shade to anyone. Come on. Vanessa Williams has done Kiss of the Spider Woman. She's done her own things. She's the consummate performer. So I expect nothing less than perfection. I mean, the lip sync and all. Listen. Go all the way back. You ever seen the video for The Right Stuff? Right Stuff? You can go all the way back to that. Her first video. I was like, girl, y'all get ready to deal with a whole lip sync assassin. But she did her thing, and I expected it. Then they did their whole runway, which was eleganza, extravaganza, honey, and everybody looked really good. Really like they dragged them way out. Tammy gave you the little cheeky little... I said, no, Miss Tammy. I said, come on with the see-through. They all look good. They did. They were real dragged out. Real dragged out. All the way out there. Lonnie's boyfriend, you know, they went backstage in between. Lonnie's boyfriend showed up. And Reggie called on the phone to talk to Tammy. And, of course, Lions Babe was called on the phone. And Vanessa got to talk to Jillian. So we've seen her. And y'all know Jillian has actually been on the show. On regular RuPaul's Drag Race. Baby, if you go... When they worked with Jillian on the show, she didn't play with the show either. Okay? Just let me. And it wasn't just her sitting in as a judge. She was actually in the performance with the girls. Miss Jillian didn't play with RuPaul's Drag Race. Not even a little bit. You understand? Mommy had to come in and break it up because the daughter had already been there, honey, and laid the groundwork. Anyway, moving on. So after that, they had to do their lip sync for your charity. And child, they bust out. And the song is You Make Me Feel Mighty Real. So that... Listen, I was living my gay ass best life. You understand? I was from the beginning to the end. I ain't even watched no commercials. I ain't played with this at all. I was living my gay best life here. I enjoyed this so much. The only fault that I had is I thought this should have been the first episode. I really do. I told y'all there was one other time when Lonnie was playing the real game. When they first revealed their faces to them, baby, when Tammy was painted. I said, girl, stop it. Because, see, that's where you really can see your paint, when you ain't got your hair and all that on, and you just turn around, baby, and painted. And then, child, Lonnie was painted, and she's asking, don't do that. Don't do that. When you playing in drag, don't do that. You have to surrender to the process. Oh, is this going to be gone? Shut up! And be in drag. Surrender to the process. So she got on my nerves a little bit. I did. I hollered at the TV. Goddamn ass up. But it was good. Like I said, I lived my gay best life, honey, on this. This was a very, very good episode. And of course, Vanessa won. She got $30,000 for her charity, and Rue gave $10,000 to each of the other charities. So everybody walked away with some money. Good job, Tammy. Good job. Good job, Tammy. I ain't tugging and pulling at you, sis. You did this. And she ain't said nothing. Like, Tammy ain't said nothing. I said, you really kept that damn secret. She ain't said a word about her being on the show. But you did an excellent job. You really did, Tammy. You should be very proud of yourself. You did an excellent job on the show. Child, I'd be anywhere where Vanessa Williams is. I want to be there, child. Lonnie Love, I think you walked away with the most. I really do. I think you walked away with the most. You needed a superstar hug, I think. And I think you walked away with the most out of the experience. Yeah, she's doing a whole lot of crying, baby. A whole lot of crying. And I think it was, I don't think she was acting too much. I think she really got some of what she needed. She needed to be loved on. And I think that was cool. This was good, y'all. Anyway, I'm done. I done babbled on enough. I will see you all next week. I'm out of here. Later.